We did it, guys. We did it. It only took 42 episodes, probably like a month. I had so many I thought this is going to be as long as the first one, 20 hours, but 2 weeks max. I had loads of plans for other games. Nah. It just got going and going. Mainly plus and a down at the same time. I'll go into it. If you watch the thing, like especially the last 2 episodes, you'll probably already know basically. So, Last of Us Part 2. Does it live up to the first one? Yes, it does. I will point out that basically this is going to be like spoilers all the way through. I'm not going to separate or anything. So this is my final thoughts. This isn't a review or anything. Well, I will have a review at the end. But yeah, expect spoilers. If you really want to play Last of Us Part 2, go play it. It's a great game. It just has a down. There is a major down point in the game, which we'll get on to. So, first of all, I still don't know the controversy. I couldn't be asked to look into it today. I had a great day outside, so, you know, playing my dog and stuff. So I still don't know the controversy. So that's a plus because I won't be influenced on somebody else's ideas. What I think, personally, what I think happened was maybe 1 or 2 gaming YouTubers, giants on the YouTube platform, said, "Oh, you know what? Last of Us Part 2. Let's start some shit." Yeah. So they start saying, "Oh, God, it's bad," and then all the wannabes, like the 16-year-old YouTubers, like, they're getting 750 million views. Does it even make sense because I doubt that many people have YouTube? But yeah, they're having 756 million views. I must do the same, and I bet they probably even played like 2-3 hours of it, make it look like they know what they're talking about, and boom, you get 1,000 views. That's basically what's happened. Because hardcore gamers like myself and people my age, right, will know Last of Us 1, will know survival horror. So you telling me, right, let's just get into it, right? The game basically, you know, Ellie from the first one, and then Abby, she's the daughter of a doctor that Joel killed in the end of the first one. So there's beef there. Abby kills Joel. So then Ellie wants revenge. So it's a revenge game, which the Termite loves revenge stuff. So yeah, that's basically the story, just in a nutshell. What I will say is, first of all, Joel's death. Right, to me, it didn't have any weight to it whatsoever. Like, you gotta remember, this is coming off the bat of Last of Us. Like, I played Last of Us and beat it 2 months ago. Like, not like the first time or anything, but I did the movie for my channel. So it's not like, oh, it's been 3-4 years since I last played. Okay, Joel. No, it just didn't have any weight to it. It was just basically, yeah, we need a story, so let's go with this. You know, I could have written the story. I predicted everything, you know, I've got proof. I knew everything, right? So, yeah, Joel's death, there's no weight to it, but it's forgivable. Controversy, no. Good story point, yeah. So, if that is the controversy, then people just need to grow up, because you blatantly know that that's fake. It's fake, so if that's the only controversy, look, I'm lost in today's gamers, like the kids and that, forget it. They prefer Fortnite, which is running around building. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah. So that's where I stand with Joel's death. Now, right, right. My main problem with this game, this is like a major gripe. This was going to be a 9 out of 10 game, right? And it's an 8 out of 10 game because of the ending. I will start by saying 2 things. Well, I said it quite a lot throughout the gameplay, what I was doing, and that is, I kind of felt that there was... You get it with movies, not movies, series a lot, where like one person will direct one episode, one person will direct another episode, and they're different. So it's like, you know, you can blatantly tell that it's different people directing each TV show. That's what I got the feel here. And now I'm thinking, like, why they delayed and stuff. I That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking there's maybe like 3 or 4 people working on this and all had different ideas. I don't believe that it was just written. Like my mate Tom, he's saying like, this, this is the story that Neil from Naughty Dog has written. I respect that, and trust me, Last of Us 1, banging game. This game, up until the end, banging. I don't know what happened with like the end. You had like I don't know, right. Resident Evil 3 was 3 hours long, and I was just I can't believe they've released that with no content at the end or anything like that. I was just like, oh no, why have they done that? They just rushed it out basically. And with this, it felt like the opposite. I don't know if somebody's, I don't know. I really don't know what happened with them. If you want it, right, let's get into it, right? So you had the perfect end. Abby, basically the 2 roads meet at the end, which is great as storytelling from 2 points of view. So Ellie ended up, and Jesse gets shot in the face, and you're like, oh no way, and then you reverse it. You play as Abby, and you see it from her point of view. And personally, I liked Abby a hell of a lot more than Ellie. I really didn't like Ellie in this game. I think I made it clear who I did like and I don't like Bangs McCoy, Legolas, Yama, was it the guy with the one arm? Like them. I like the dog Alice. I didn't like Mal, didn't like Owen. I liked Manny actually, he wasn't in it very long. But I didn't like Owen, I didn't like Mal. And I didn't really like Ellie, if I'm honest, and Jesse. Well, and you know what, it pissed me off is the way they've done Tommy. Like, he was banging all the way through, and he turned out to be the sniper. That was banging. I was like, oh yeah, and I knew that he didn't die. I knew he fell. Well, obviously you don't because he ends up at the cinema, doesn't he? I think I would have liked it more if he died. I thought she shoots him in the head. I think I would have preferred it than what they given. Like they turned him into some anger. Like, he was more kind of like the voice of reason. Yes, he goes after Abby on his own, but like he was a bit more of a voice of reason, and he comes to like knowing what Eddie's been through, everything, and like Bangs McCoy, they've got a baby, and he comes and does that. If you know what I'm on about, if you've seen like the last episode, I was just like, I didn't like that character change at all. Yeah, to me, they had the perfect ending. Meet at the crossroads. Abby beats the shit out of Ellie and says to her, listen, don't let me see you ever again. She walks off. I'm like, boom. But no. You fast forward, now you're Ellie on the farm that they dreamed about. I'm like, okay, so we're going to get a little bit of good closure. It develops a little bit more, that they're happy. Then all of a sudden, Ellie has PTSD over Joel being killed, and then she's like screaming, and it's like, okay, so obviously she's going to be suffering mentally. It's kind of sad. It does happen, and it was believable, kind of thing, to an extent. Don't know if it would happen like that though, but I was like, okay, and then I thought it ended. No. It went on to Abby and Lev. And we see what they're like. Okay, we're going to get closure. They find the file, what Owen was talking about, the Firefly base. Okay, I can get on board with that. Didn't really need to give closure to Ellie and Abby. I was kind of happy with how it was left at the cinema. But okay, it's nice to know that they've ended it well. Oh no. Basically, whatever idiot at Naughty Dog decided to carry on. You know what, even if I was thinking to myself, could it have worked as DLC? No, because this, to me, it ended Abby fighting the Fireflies. It's ended that for me. It's done a Game of Thrones Season 8 where I just completely forget Season 8. I'm forgetting this. I don't... It was shit. It was shit. From a story point view to everything. I was gutted, guys. I'm going to be honest. I was gutted. Furthermore, basically the story of Last of Us 1 and 2, it's not promoting humanity as a nice thing. Basically, we're all shit. We're all just knobs. We're selfish. We're evil. We're dark, sadistic. That's basically what this game promotes. basically. There is no hope in this game. You had whatever hope you had left at Ellie's farm and Abby getting taken by the Rattlers, was it? Yeah, to me, you could see, like, if you check the last episode, you could see I'm just gutted inside. It wasn't to a point where I just wanted it to end. I just felt like it did end, and this is kind of like DLC. That's what it felt like. It felt like DLC. It didn't really have any connection to the game. Ellie straight away does a Jaime fucking Lannister and goes, "Oh, so you've followed Jaime Lannister from season 3 up to season 8 on Game of Thrones, and he's redeemed himself." But no, at the last seconds, he's like, "Bollocks! I'm gonna go die with Cersei for no reason." When I'm in love with Brie, was it? Whatever her name was. Yeah, this is what happened. So Ellie's got everything. She got her dream. Okay, she didn't kill Abby, but it left it as in, like, listen, what's done is done. You know what I mean? The grudge is over, but no. In a stupid turn of events. So Ellie's there telling Tommy, no, I'm not doing it. And then the next day she goes and does it. I'm like, why? Why? What the why? And then, so you do all this, you kill the Rattlers, which is another gang of, well, a faction that is just evil. Like, you've got what? You've got Tommy's place, you've got the Scars, you've got the Wolves, and then you've got Rattlers, all just pricks. The only ones that ain't really are Tommy's people. The rest are just evil. They're just pure evil as humans. So yeah, so I basically was that pissed off that I killed every single rattler, I think, on the island. So, did all that. You find out that Abby's tied up on the pillars, but there is another name for it. It's basically what they did to slaves that didn't follow orders or tried to leave. They led by example and just rotted on tied to poles by the ocean for the seagulls and the birds to eat. So, yes, Abby's still alive, and Legolas. So Ellie cuts him down. You even hear me say at the beginning of this shit, I said, basically, Ellie's going to go in and save him. That's basically what it is. She wants revenge, she'll redeem herself, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, a 3-year-old could have come up with it. They fight each other. There's me thinking, you know what, kill Ellie, because there's just nothing there. There's nothing there for her. And no, she survives. Abby takes Legolas, goes away. By the way, Abby looks like hell. You know, this character that you come to like looks like she's been through hell. She has been tortured and probably raped and cut her hair off and everything. And so Legolas, a 13-year-old kid, confusing gender kid. Yeah. So there's just, like, the end was just crap. It was just like, haha. Go, I don't know. I just don't know. I am speechless about it. Like, I am just completely speechless. Like, you had the perfect ending. Ellie's Dream. I even named the episodes Ellie's Dream and Abby's Dream. They both had a good ending, a good closure to the book. Yes, they'd been through hell. Ellie didn't get the kill Abby, but at the end of the day, Abby had the same problem. Yeah, Abby killed Joel. Big fucking whoop. Look what he did. You know what I'm saying? Get over it. Even Ellie knows that. She knows that he'd have to answer one day. And then she just goes on just stupid end. It is just, I can't believe they've ruined that. No, I don't think it deserves all the Metacritic bollocks. That was just people just jumping on the bandwagon. People who probably haven't even played it. There's just right twats out there. Like I said, right. Okay, right, let's I will be closing this. It's like nearly 15 minutes long. Right, let's close this. Gameplay, brilliant. One of the best games I've played for gameplay, you could tell. Again, when I was saying about the direction, when I said it was different people working on it, right, the beginning, the open world, but it was kind of closed. It was great. It was like a great sense of adventure, and it didn't look like it was going to take the piss. You had a map. You had, like, say about 6-7 locations to go. Banging. It had little stories in, saves, inventory. I was loving it. And then, like, literally, that goes on for like an hour, and then the rest of the game is just linear. It takes away the map. That's what makes me think, like, this is the reason why this was delayed, is because they just had different ideas that just didn't come together. So they had problems there. I'd like to know if there was. I'm pretty confident that I'm right. But anyway, gameplay was great. The pros to it, the AI is better, to the most part, really great. Yeah, you're always gonna get some stuff. Yeah, like the enemies, the designs. I like the new bosses. That big ball thing that I think is like the king, and the thing that broke out was like the queen, and she like probably like ruled them all or something, like a hive mind. But that's just in my head. That's what I kind of hope. That's the thing again. With this game, there was no lore to it, man. Like instead of like really cool stuff that I wanted to learn about, all about the clickers, all about the infected, the new bosses, them stalkers that are they're like probably the best enemy in the game. Them stalkers, the AI on that I swear that was banging. I really liked the stalkers. They were creepy as hell. You didn't know when they were going to come for you. You didn't know where they was. Like with clickers, infected and stuff, you can kind of like gather like where the AI is going and stuff like that. You've heard me talking about it. But with the stalkers, I didn't. Human characters, you could trick the AI into quite a lot of stuff, but still really good. Very good for like, especially like today's day and age. Like the name calling and stuff like that. I like that. I just think it was a bit overkill. Like they did it in every part. I think if you just did it like here and there, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. But, oh, Jeffrey, oh, Susan, oh, Tiddles. It kind of got a little bit like, okay, why would you do it? Like in everything, like, you know, you're being attacked. You try not to let your position, you know, away, basically. Still on gameplay. I didn't struggle. I know you kind of think like, oh, bullshit, man, what the hell? But you think that this is Survivor with no New Game Plus. This is the hardest difficulty they've got. Personally, I'd have liked it to be a lot harder. I'd have liked to have been like a couple of people that were telling me there is no way that you're doing it on Survivor straight away. You have to wait to New Game Plus. So there's me in my mind thinking I'm going to get to like a really bad part on YouTube with you guys, and I'm gonna have to like knock it down to like normal or something. I didn't. There is not one point where I thought I can't do this. There was one like point. It got ruined because I speed ran it. Kind of regret it because I want to look around and stuff. I will be doing that in the movie when I do it. But it's the part when, don't know if you remember, we was crossing that bridge where Legolas was saying. And then we come to a place where it was just glass, and we was like on like a sideboard thing, and I'm like, all right, if we break the glass, they're all just gonna come. It took me a while, and then like as soon as like, I ran in and scoped the area and seen that you can just run up on the ambulance, it was kind of a bit sucky. But end of the day, it is what it is. I like the implementing of counter speed running. Like you can't just you run to a door and you got to hold it for like, say like 10 to 15 seconds. I like that. I hope a lot more games do that, because not like I was saying, sometimes speed running, especially when you're doing it first time, it kind of sucks. So it kind of takes you out of it a bit, but that's my fault. Yeah, gameplay top notches. I'm talking like 9, 10 out of 10, especially when I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, where it's like it's noticeable, like the AI, like comparing the both AI, it's like PS10, like Last of Us 2 is like PS10, and Ghost of Tsushima is like PS1. The AI in that game is shocking. I do like it as a samurai, but yeah. Yeah, so that's gameplay. Great. Anime design's great. Give it like a 9-10 gameplay. Story. It's a 7. It is a 7 out of 10. I didn't like the end. Absolutely ruined the game for me. Well, it didn't ruin the whole game. It wasn't good. It was bad. It was bad. I don't know why they decided to do it. Like I said, it didn't feel like the end. To me, Finding the Fireflies, that was the end. Like, I would have liked it back at the cinema, but Abby Finding the Fireflies, that's the end to me. That's why I'm just going to think about it. And then like, it feels like, yeah, okay, so Ellie's added on this part to hunt her down again. you know. And what do we get from the ending? Abby and Legolas is probably going to die on the sea, and Ellie goes back to nothing. She's got nothing. Bangs McGuire's took the baby at the farm. There's nothing at the farm, just Ellie's stuff. The end. What a good ending. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for that. Music, I'm glad that they didn't do the first one. I had so much trouble with the copyrighting of the music and stuff, but they really didn't do that in this one, not too much, which is great. From a content creator point of view, that's great. I think I've got like 2 or 3 copyright. That's about it. So that's fine. Music score was brilliant. It had the right tone. It had the right atmosphere. Couldn't fault it. Could any be anything else? I think this is just little final thoughts, like a gripe. Not a gripe. Just what we'll do is I would have toned down the pills, and you had like four or 5 separate branches to go down for both characters. I think I would have toned it down to like maybe like max 3, because as you can see, like again, I'm gonna have to bring it up. Being Survivor, I thought I would have had to have used a lot more of my equipment, which I didn't. I basically used trip mines probably effectively twice in the whole game. The rest was just memes, just for myself. Just go, holy shit, that shit is awesome. And then, yeah, then like explosive arrows, again, I used as a meme at the end. You know what I mean? I like the dogs in it. It's showing that you have to kill them and that the noise just, hate it. But that was a nice little implement. So final thoughts. It's an 8 out of 10. Unfortunately, I'd love to have been 9 out of 10. I just don't. It's just a decision. It just forward for me. So Last of Us Part 2, 8 out of 10. One last thing about the controversy is just a personal thing from me. Don't take any offence. There's no offence needs to be taken at all. Personally, I just remembered like when it all come out. Everything was saying like when it was saying like, oh, this game is shit and blah blah blah. It was just always a picture of Abby in a vest, like with her arms, and that's throughout the whole. Well, not throughout the whole game, but like when you Ellie against Abby, and the way that Abby was walking and that. I was thinking, is she transgender? Is that maybe something? Is that what people are getting a bit angry about? And then when you play her and you see when she was like 14 and she's a girl with a dad. She's a girl, so it kind of went out the like. So then, like throughout most of the game, I'm there thinking, what's the controversy? So the only thing I can think of is Joel's death, and like I said at the beginning of this video, it had no weight to it. Straight away, it had no weight to it. But is it really worth moaning about? No, because it adds on to a pretty awesome storyline to the most part. So yeah, my final thoughts: 8 out of 10, a brilliant game. Go play it. Just stop it where I said, otherwise you'll be angry. Turn Moister signing off.